What is up, people? Um, so this is Pokemon FireRed. You might have been able to tell, even though there's actually two versions, but you might have been able to guess based off of my 5-part series, even though it only had 4 episodes, because my first episode had 2 parts. I was 2 years younger, sophomore in high school. Now I'm a freshman in college. And still love Pokemon, still Pokemon nerd. And I just stumbled upon, I looked at my actual channel today and saw my videos, and I realized that I don't really have a lot of time because I work and go to college. But I was like, I could probably just record 10-minute videos in between college and work, or right after work, because I have 2 hours in between, so I could definitely do 10-20-minute videos and edit them later and post them. I've already done some editing actually for this video to hopefully it'll be better. You might have noticed, I don't know if it really is that much better, but I'm using an actual microphone on a headset. I've got my fan off. Nobody's home. Well, somebody's home, but they're asleep. And yeah, it's Pokemon. It's Pokemon. So what we can see here, you probably saw my mouse right there. What we can see here, look at that. It's the old team, good old Cade. He's the same level. Pidgey is still female. I don't know if anybody really remembers. Maybe you can rewatch. She might be one level higher than what she was at the ending of the last episode, but obviously I had to restart after 2 years, and it's kind of funny. My comment on my last video, which I might be able to put that up. It just depends on my limitations to my editing, but hopefully I can put that up, make a little funny out of it. Busiest weekend I've ever had, you know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, we got good old Squirtle, the Cade the Squirtle, and good old Pidgey, which I never decided to name in my old videos, and so I just decided to keep it like it was. So I don't really believe I will get any more views than I had originally. I don't see why that would happen. But I guess if people do actually watch this for some reason or another, I'll still give the option of catching Pokemon that you people would enjoy to be on the team. As long as we can make a coherent team, maybe, which I guess I like a challenge in Pokemon. I've definitely played this game a lot. I just recently actually beat it, Leaf Green and Fire Red recently, because I actually own physical copies of these instead of just like I used to record. Yeah. So that was a pretty fun experience. And on my Pokemon Fire Red, I actually did do a challenge my friend gave me. I just had him make up my team, which I had to kind of bargain with him on. Originally, he just told me a starter Pokemon and everything else Rattatas, except for one of them you can evolve into Eradicate. I told him they all had to be at least different Pokemon. So we could do something like that on here. Make a team based off of what you guys do. Obviously, I'm not really expecting too much in the way of comments or responses. So, of course, I won't dwell too long on the fact of waiting for them, the responses. Wow, man, I cannot hit a tackle, can I? Um, but of course, if it's taking way too long, I'm not gonna go halfway through the game without catching another Pokemon or anything like that. So I'll give time just in case maybe somebody does somehow stumble upon my videos, like the people that watched them a long time ago. Maybe they turned on their bell notifications and they're gonna be like, "Whoa, this guy isn't dead," something like that. Um, I guess if you do want to go ahead, I really pounded into that like in every single one of my older videos because I was just like I was really young. I just wanted to interact with people. I guess a better way, be more social because honestly, in life, that's social, but it's a lot easier talking just to a screen. Even though I know that possibly it has the possibility of being seen by tons of people. Uh, Obviously, since I am not that big of a channel or anything like that, it's not going to be seen by a lot of people, but it has the possibility to, and I hope that it does at some point. But even knowing that, I can still kind of casually talk through and commentate on things. Um, and hopefully I can actually, there might be some times when I just get too busy with things, even though the break is actually about to come up, so I should have enough time. But hopefully I can actually start at least posting this, um, trying to keep myself busy, giving me something constant. I've been like drawing at least one picture a day because I like drawing. I just find it interesting. I like to think I'm good at it. I'm not really that great, but I just like it. So I try to make myself draw once a day. Even though it's like very slight. Honestly, after you do something every day at least once, whether it be something small or something extravagant in that category, you do start getting better or at least more consistent in how you do it. You can start developing your style for doing it, some of the things like that. YouTube is pretty similar. That's why everyone has their own little group of YouTubers they watch. Some people, like whenever I talk to people and ask them what YouTubers they watch, I've never heard of them before, but that's just because I've been around a certain group of YouTubers that I like, and they all kind of know each other, so they've been mentioned through each other, things like that. Or I'll meet people that also like the YouTubers I watch, something like that. Um, so I think the same thing would apply by just doing at least one video a day, 10, 20-minute video, something like that. Um, Maybe something can actually form. Maybe some sort of kindling will actually spark. Um, Maybe something can actually be made out of this channel. Yet, if nothing else, it's just going to be a way for me to keep something constant, try to provide something, uh, just just for personal um, benefits, if something else. And by personal benefits, I mean just the stabilization it might give for doing it. Thinking process like, I haven't got to the video yet today. I need to do that. Um, so that way maybe I'll provide somebody some enjoyment, if nothing else, just so that way I keep to my schedule. Um, I know I won't always be able to do, but the more consistent I can keep it, and uh, the more often I do post rather than more often I don't post, the better it could be. Not just for, like I said, forming a channel, which I've always kind of wanted to do, but also just for personal. personal care, I guess. Just because, if you don't keep something constant, it's hard to find something to hold on to, I guess you'd say. Um, because everything's always changing, so you have no sense of what to keep going for, I guess. Not as a sense of like why be alive, but as a sense of what should I be doing and why am I trying to achieve it? Um, Obviously, that's it's a little bit further than probably just posting some Pokemon uh, games will be, and I also know that my talking is a lot more like for other games. Most people, whenever they play Pokemon, they're really talking about the Pokemon, what's going on. But Pokemon's just a relaxing game for me, and I feel like it can be a way for me to just express how I'm feeling, if nothing else, along with just trying to share a moment with possibly some other people that decide to watch. Um, Almost like a podcast, I guess you say. Uh, I'm not really talking too much about the game, except occasionally. Maybe occasionally I will stick more to the game if I have nothing else to talk about. And really, the other reason I'm trying to explain all this and not talk about the game is because this is the first video I've made in 2 years. So it takes a little bit of explaining and maybe a little bit of way to preface it. I think that's how you say it. Preface it, yeah. In a way to possibly, the more I say all of this in the video, the more likely I am to actually keep to my promise to, uploading. I don't want to say every day. I want to shoot for maybe every day. But the thing is, if I make the video and I don't have enough time to record it, then it might not be posted until the next day or really late that day. Um, and the thing is, if I post something at midnight, there's a lot lower chance of being seen uh, because it's just it won't be seen until like the next day or something, and so that's why a lot of people do try to have schedules and they try to post just that in the afternoon or just before noon, something like that, so people wake up and see that notification, or people will finally just get out of doing whatever they're doing, eating lunch or whatever, or maybe while they're eating lunch, and see the video. I don't think a lot of people, except for maybe other people in other parts of the country, or not the country, gosh, the world. Ugh, can't speak. Maybe they would see it. This video is probably actually gonna go up posting late, even though I've just said all of those things, just because I had to get everything downloaded earlier, and I had to test it whenever I got home from work, and I had to get back to where I was, and I also edited a little bit of this video already, um, before I started. So that took some time, and I don't get off of work until 11 my time, so it's going to be going up pretty late today. Anyways, maybe I'll start making the videos and then posting them the day afterwards. So maybe I'll have one tonight, and it's for tomorrow. And then I'll make one tomorrow, and then I'll post it until the next day, because this video would be tomorrow's video, and so forth. I'm not challenging the gym. I already beat the gym. Anyways, yeah, that sounds like a doable process, and probably the most beneficial for viewing purposes instead of trying to post one. Because obviously, if I posted one every day that I recorded it, it wouldn't be possible really to post it until I got off of work, because that would only leave me like probably below an hour to like fully edit it and go through it a couple times before I posted it, and that would be at like 5, which is know a decent time to post it, I would think. But I just don't know if I'd have enough time to actually go through the video, put any edits I want to in it until later in the day. So I would have to edit it after work and a little bit before work. And then by the time I got done with it, I would post it the next day. Otherwise, like I said, like I was saying before, and I'm kind of rambling over this a little too long, just wouldn't be as noticeable. I've been going almost 20 minutes, I think, maybe a little bit shorter. I'm probably going to say that and then stop the recording, and it's going to be like, oh, you've actually only been recording 10 minutes or something. But I know I've been going at least 13 minutes or so, just by looking at the clock. So I'll just beat this last guy here. This is a little bit of a welcome back. Pokemon's here. Pokemon part 5. Well, it's episode 5, but it's episode 5, but it's actually the 6th video posted. It's kind of a little exciting. I'm glad that I might actually be able to finish something and actually start posting to YouTube. The past couple of years been pretty weird, difficult in some aspects, and I'm finally at the point where I might actually be able to just do this off and on, hopefully semi regularly. Finals is next week, so might be a little rough right off the bat, but after finals, then I should be able to pretty consistently, post this. And on top of that, I'll have time to do like off-screen grinding, things like that, things of that nature. So I'm just gonna save it here, not little, because it's a ROM. So that's a nice little save icon. If I try to save, it just tells me something's missing. So yeah, thank you to anyone who's watching this. If you want any background on this channel, or not on the, well, I guess technically on the channel, but also just this series, you can go watch the previous five episodes that I have up, even though it's only 4. The first one was 2-parter because the recording software that I was using limited me to 10 minutes, and I didn't realize that whenever I posted the first one. So I was just going to go until I wanted to stop, and it didn't work out that way. Now I should be able to go as long as I want to. I'll still try to keep them 10 to 20 minutes. This one might be a little longer just because I kind of just started it, and I wanted to do just a raw entrance, which most of the time I'll do raw recording, but I might edit it later to make it down to 20 minutes and make a little more sense. Or if I decide that if I just decide to stop talking randomly and I don't realize it until I'm watching it back, then I can just cut it out for you guys. I think I've been pretty consistently talking this entire time, probably too much, maybe a little rambling. Hopefully I've been talking clear enough for people to understand. Hopefully the mic is picking up. Hopefully it's probably a little better quality. I don't have any fans or anything running, so hopefully there's no background noise, or at least not too much background noise. And yeah, so just overall, thanks. You can go check out those videos. I might link the playlist in the description. I might. Well, I don't really have anything else. I actually kind of cleaned off my my channel earlier today because I was like, if I'm gonna start posting, I should probably get rid of all this garbagey stuff I recorded with my iPhone and just randomly posted. If I'm gonna start actually posting, so yeah, just thanks for participating in this experience, and hopefully I can look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Bye.